All right, Todd Billin, your man Murph aggravated again. What the heck is Todd McShay doing? Right? This man is drawn. In Philly, South Jersey, we call it drawn, right? He's acting a fool. My man is up here talking about character issues with Jalen Carter on national TV during the season, right? This is postseason. This is not even technically draft time. That's why this draft shit is getting out of hand to me. I even saw this man did a mock draft. It's December. What? There's no order of placement that is etched in stone, first and foremost, for there to be a mock draft. There's been no free agency. There have been no medicals, none of that shit, and people will eat this up. Just like people will eat it up of him talking about character issues with a guy that I've heard no such thing from, covering that University of Georgia team. I'm not sure where he got this information from, but hey, people can get information and it be wrong. And you have said this on national TV, and you have thrown out some real flimsy shit at that. Come on, man. Hey, matter of fact, let's listen to what he had to say right here.
Same with Carter, because we all agree it doesn't take a super scout to figure out that he's a phenomenal player in the interior. Mm-hmm. With Carter, there's some character issues. Does he get along with everybody? What's he like to deal with in the locker room? Those sorts of issues. I know it's early in the process, but I'm forewarning everyone out there. Carter's going to be kind of a hot button name when we talk about some of the intangible aspects of it. I think, though, with Pete Carroll sitting here at number 2, who has a long history of taking guys that have quote-unquote questionable character and then developing them and having it work out, it makes a lot of sense to me. But that will be the big discussion. It's not about his talent. It's not about his size. It's not about his explosive takeoff or finishing as a pass rusher. It's about the character. Do we want to bring that guy into the building?
What? How, Sway? Listen, as a veteran member of the media for almost 10 years now, that man is trying to make himself the story. He does this a lot. He's trying to put himself at the front of this draft stuff, not by his ability to analyze a player or dissect a player or to be able to play scheme with player and all that. He's just talking. Like, man, come on. There should be some type of defamation, libel, something going on with this man right here, or people in general, when you say stuff like this that could potentially cost people millions of dollars. And then he goes on to say that at the number 2 pick, right, that's where he would go, in my opinion, anyway. I don't understand. What is he doing, man? Your man is drawn. I'm telling you, this does not make any sense, and it happens all the damn time. This mock draft stuff is crazy. How is he doing a mock draft in December and people are eating it up? There's not even a formal placement of teams yet. Think about that. We don't know how these teams will finish. There has not been a combine, free agency, medical done, or anything, and people will eat it up. Just like they will eat up this information. So this is going to be the story behind Jalen Carter the next however many months until the draft. Imagine that. And you're just somewhere chilling, getting ready to play in a semifinal playoff game, and you have some clown here who's up here talking about he heard something that he won't even come out and definitively talk about. You don't have to drop his source, but at least drop a moment in time or something that has a little bit of substance behind us and give us some specific details. Don't just throw out some bullshit and have that ride this man and be the drama starter. They always have to have drama around draft time, right? Drama time. This shit is crazy. They did this to Devontae Wyatt last year, too, if you don't remember, a University of Georgia interior defensive lineman, Carter's former teammate. I don't know. And then he goes on to do this. So this cat is in here talking about my man Jaxson Smith-Njigba. My Njigba, who we know is a damn animal, coming up out of the slot. You talk about somebody with some severe agility. I mean, some great route running prowess. And he's talking about this man mailing it in and tripping on his teammates and leaving for the NFL draft before the playoff game and all this. Like, come on, man. Like, what is that going to do? Then he tries to say stuff like the NFL will know. They know what you have for breakfast and all this and that. Well, then if they know, they know, right? How did that work out for people who opted out of an entire season, like a Penei Sewell or Jamar Chase. These guys do not have to play more football than is necessary, to be honest with you. Once you put it on tape, it's on tape. There's nothing you can say or do to erase that. Once again, trying to put himself as the story here. And then this one didn't go too well for him because he got his whole family on his ass, right? My man Kanan Smith-Njigba, right, for the Pittsburgh Pirates, his older brother, all in that ass, pause, and everybody else, mom, dad, and all that right there, man. I just don't understand how your man Todd McShay is on this crazy shit right here, right? Look at this. That man's dad said, being with my son yesterday for his first day of rehab and seeing his limitations for myself gave me peace with our family's choice to get my son healthy. Encouraging him to play would be selfish and abusive. I'm at peace because I know he's in the right hands for recovery. Right? So they're indicating that this man is in rehab now. Like he was trying to go on something. Remember he came back, I forget which game that was. It didn't go well. He didn't play much. It looked like he may have set himself back. Like you gonna continue to do that when you have generational wealth upcoming? Listen, the goal is to get to the NFL. Todd McShay's goal is to get himself on TV and have people talking about him so he can be popping for a little bit, man. Very confused by this. What is he talking about right here?
Njigba has declared for the draft. In doing so, he also won't play in the college football playoff. What's your take on Njigba?
Love to see him play. Obviously, and NFL scouts would love to see him play. And there are a lot of reports from NFL scouts I've talked to said he's healthy enough to play. And he's protecting himself for the draft. And I got news for every prospect out there. NFL teams know. They know what you had for lunch last Thursday. They're going to know whether you're healthy or not. And if you're healthy enough to play, you need to be out there with your teammates and playing. I'm not saying it's going to hurt his draft stock. I mean, we saw Derek Stingley last year, injuries and opting out and all of that, and he still was a number 3 overall pick. But the difference is with Jaxson, Smith, and Njigba, he is like a late first, early second rounder. He's a great college player, great slot receiver, but he has some drops. He doesn't have exceptional size. He doesn't have exceptional speed. So there are some things that coming into the year after the great season he had, the scouts were pointing to saying, I'm not sure that he's a lock to go like top 15, top 20. And so now the fact that he's not playing certainly isn't going to help his stuff.
I feel like this man be hedging his bets, right? He say all this shit and then be like, oh, yeah, he's great. And then he in the first round. And now, come on, man. Like, what is it? What the hell is it then? Nobody cares if that man's not. We've already seen him play, right? If you want to know if he's going to not drop a pass in the NFL, I'm here to tell you. He will drop some passes in the NFL. Everyone drops passes in the NFL. Get the fuck out of here with that dumb, stupid logic, right? You want to know how big he is? Guess what? He's going to weigh in and get measured at the combine. He'll also run a 40 if he's healthy enough, which will definitely show you how fast he is at the very least, right? You already got it on film. See him separating from people. Maybe he doesn't run a fast time or whatever like that, but hell, let him get himself healthy. Then maybe he can run for you guys at the combine and kind of, or at a pro day or something like that, even though I don't take pro day time seriously. If it's not on laser time, I'm not taking it seriously, but still, he can get out there in front of you and open it up and run. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. This shit, to me, is just designed to hurt people's draft stocks and help teams get the players that wouldn't normally be able to get to those players and take down and the money and everything like that. Oh, man, this shit is crazy. Let me know what you think about this type of shit right here, Todd Billin. There's no way people out there are not seeing a little bit of subterfuge or something going on with this. This shit is crazy to me, all right? But it's your boy, Mid-Atlantic Murph, a.k.a. the Underground King. Talk about it amongst yourselves, all right? Strike the band.
What more can I say?
Todd Billin.